Can Zeke deke again? I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of the stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cousins on first down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Muscles him off. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Had some space to move right away as he's hauled away up to the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, Freeman. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Here we go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Still count! Still count! 47!
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
A reminder coming up tomorrow night. Monday Night Football comes your way, 8:15 Eastern. Seahawks 49ers from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And this is caught by Watkins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this one complete to Smith. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 50-26.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. For Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. It's caught. Beckham. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he finds his target, Beckham. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill. That's it.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw it is Cousins. It's caught. Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
We got this.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 22 yards there, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different...
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Freeman, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that's going to tie things at 20. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. This to Jarwin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Get on truck. 54.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. On third down, it's Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
It makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. And they'll get him down short of first down, right on the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long for Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
Then we're going to 53. Ball trot. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott is going to fire one deep over the middle. And no, it's incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. Cousins, the open man is Smith. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They run, Devontae Freeman. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll try and run. Freeman. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This for the lead in the final stages. Bailey's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 23-20, 1:45 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Prescott to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock. Just
playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, kill!
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Vikings, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's just their second loss so far to go along.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.